Hi, welcome back to Renee Ruth Music. Hope you all are doing well. Renee, how are you?
I'm staying warmer than you.
Yeah, well, I always run hot. It's fine.
He says that.
It's fine.
He says that, but I was telling, we were saying like.
But I do have the fireplace
Keep
going.
cranking on our fake fire here.
It
yeah,
feels,
it's a good time.
Feels amazing. Well, do you know what next week is?
Love Day.
Valentine's Day.
Love Day.
Well, and you know, Valentine's Day, not just Valentine's Day, anytime brings all the love songs.
Well, I don't know if I told you this, but we got accepted onto the Love Day roster on it's a why do I want to say TV show? Radio show.
Radio show.
Radio show, but I can't remember the name of the show. But it's called like Love It or Leave It or Love It or Love It. I don't know. Anyway, it's playing on February 15th, weirdly. What is the 14th?
I have no idea.
Maybe they think like the Love Day is like the whole month. I don't know.
Maybe,
anyway,
because I think it's like the middle of the month or something like that.
15th might be square on.
Yeah.
So they're playing it. We're getting, or maybe that's just the day we got.
Right.
But Here to Stay made it on there for the music because one of the big things with this month is chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Love chocolate.
Dinner out, some kind of dinner out, and music and dancing.
Yeah. Well, I was about to say you actually have a love song.
I do have one. There is
song.
one song, one.
And it was Here to Stay. So, and this was actually, for those that don't know, this was actually a love story of your former producer.
Yeah. Yeah. Because so a brief, we've talked in the past about how briefs come through, and a brief is basically like a sync agent or somebody involved in matching music to film needed a love song, and they give you like genre type and like, oh, we want this lyric in it, or we want they give you this. So I'm reading it and I was like, oh gosh, it's like totally the space I work in. Like I just vibed with it. I did, short story, I didn't get the brief, but long story, I was like, let's go for this.
Right.
And I wasn't thinking it the whole way through because, and maybe it got written, maybe it was February when this happened. I was in the middle of signing divorce papers. So I'm like sitting there going to try my love song, and I keep coming up with like break up and that. So like I'm coming up with like all this other stuff, and I was like, crap. So then it's kind of this really cool moment where I realized that because for me, writing is so it comes from, I tap into like a very raw space.
Right.
For songs, and I have to be able to feel something I couldn't write about whatever's going on in South Africa without talking to somebody there because I'm not there. I don't feel that, but I could feel but what I learned from this was I could feel someone else's story. If you told me your story and I could feel it for you, that kind of like that empath thing.
Right.
And so I was desperate though in this case. Did not know I could do this. I was just desperate because I'm like, I'd agreed or I paid John for it, so it has to happen now.
Right. And
I can't make it happen. So I'm like, I remember I messaged him one night. I was like, really quick, you just tell me how you and your girlfriend met. Like, how did you guys meet? Because I'm struggling for lyrics. So I mean, I don't know what he was doing because it was not like quiet in the background. Like I don't know if he was out, but he's like, all right, here's a short Renee. We were at a club and she was standing across the way and I saw her. We saw each other. We talked and they got introduced, and then we went there were lights everywhere and it's big, whatever. We hung out, but we talked and talked. We decided to keep talking. So we left this club or whatever it was, and we decided to go for a drive, and we got stuck on this hill, and we just talked till the sun came up, and it was just, and there's obviously a few more details I'm not remembering, but it was enough. I listened to him oh, cool, and then sat down and wrote it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing. And it's such a good song.
Oh, I mean,
such a good song.
It's funny because I put it on Music X-Ray, which is this sync supervisor feedback space. And when you submit songs, they want you to have them up or available for the music pros in their circle to rate. So it's at 77%. I'm like, what do you know? This song's amazing.
It is. So it's so good. What I love about love songs is that the genre does not matter. Anybody will write a love song.
Yeah.
So
although have we heard a heavy metal love song?
I feel like in their own way they probably do, but we don't. If
I
you
love
don't
you
enjoy
so
that type of
much.
music, you're not going to know. But
I love you so
right.
much. No.
But it does. It goes on every. I mean, every genre is going to talk about love in some form or fashion. So, because I mean, it's such.
Which is the real tragedy, because I've not written in that space, because it's just not usually my space. But
yeah. But I mean, what I found interesting was one of the articles that I looked up. They actually said that self-love is just as important. So,
well, and that's kind of where our woke generation's headed with,
right.
is that it's this like return to the first person, and that Valentine's Day doesn't have to be this romantic thing,
right?
Or like, I think there's a shift starting when we were younger. It's like friends, like Thanksgiving became Friendsgiving, and just this love. It became Love Day, right? Like so for me, it's like me and my pup. I love my pup. Like it's not. That's not weird. Like we're just gonna go celebrate Love Day together,
right?
Buy heart-shaped dog cookies.
We might buy chocolate for ourselves.
Yeah, but like
okay.
but also like just appreciating. I thought about that. I was like spending Valentine's Day being thankful for your own existence.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Versus and showing love. Like do things to show love for yourself. Go get a manicure. Like
there you go, right? Manicure.
Manicure. Like now you're talking about language. Right. She's like,
let's do it. Let's do it. So I wanted to talk about a couple of songs that I found. So that kind of hit some different aspects of love and kind of see what you think about them. You ready?
Chad's always like, I'll put you on the spot. Okay, just so you know, if you see me squishing my hand, I'm in like so much pain. I told Chad before this started, he's like, we're gonna get you excited. No, but just if you feel like there's like this, I'm just gonna tell them. If you feel this like, because I've got like this radial pain. So I'm like, just ignore me. I mean,
It'll be fine.
Just ignore me like massaging on my arm, trying to like cope. It'll be totally fine. Yeah. But I'm just like laughing because Chad's like, go put you on the spot. You're gonna totally pop up. And I might, it really might.
You might. Let's see. We'll find out. So the first one is Lavender Haze by Taylor Swift. So in Lavender Haze, Swift showcases what it's like to be so in love that you drown out all the noise from outsiders. It's all about being present with the one you love. Most importantly, it's a reminder that your relationship is your own and you don't have to let others try to come in and take that away. That's something that we can get behind.
So I saw Lavender Haze on like whatever playlist rolled up.
This is literally the first time I've even heard about this song.
Okay, I've never heard it, but I got stuck. This is where I got stuck. Why lavender? So then I was like envisioning like, was it Alice in Wonderland with the dude puffing on the thing and it's like that. Oh. And it's like this purpley haze that just went everywhere. And I was like, is this like an Alice in Wonderland thing?
Oh, that's curious. I was thinking maybe she was like out in the field and it's just like lavender color everywhere.
What is she smoking?
That's fair. That's fair.
So like now that you're reading that, I was like, wow, I had that all wrong. No clue. Like the whole song was about getting high or something.
That's hilarious.
So no, I've not heard it. So it's a love song.
Yeah, it's a love song.
Okay.
So about drowning out all the noise from all the outsiders and embracing the relationship that you have
in front of you.
Yeah.
So now I have to go listen to it.
So now
it's not that title stopped me from listening.
Right.
I just like the way that our lives go.
Yeah.
I just remember it was like Taylor Swift Lavender Haze, and I was like, is it a purple haze? I don't know, like reminiscent of something from like the 70s.
Right. I mean, I literally just do not pay attention to these songs. So I'm like,
well, I mean, not because we don't want to.
No,
Taylor,
it's just if it's not on my playlist, I just don't even realize.
We're just not even there yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one is Mirrors by Justin Timberlake.
Oh my gosh. Wait.
You know this song?
Wait. Oh, is that from his album? Hold on. This album was on repeat in my 2013 Acura RDX.
Really?
What album did it come from?
I'm not sure where the album is
was
from.
Was it the 2020 Experience?
It may have been because it said it's an oldie but a goodie.
I love Justin Timberlake.
So this one,
I know he's got like some stuff going on. Like,
he does.
I don't know what
I didn't
he's
even realize
done
he was
personally
still
that he's caused problems. I don't know.
So I know.
Just whatever. I still love his music. Like
his music is still good. So, but this one's all about what it means to find your soulmate. So it's literally like looking in a mirror and seeing yourself reflected.
Oh.
I was like, I kind of like that.
I wonder if it's the song. There's a song on that album that speaks to me, and I cannot explain it. But it had to do with water. I have to go back and listen to it now. Now I'm gonna go listen to that.
I was gonna say, now
look,
I think
what Chad's doing right now is creating a quick playlist for you. So write these down.
Write these down
because I'm making my mental notes. so that while I'm laying around waiting for my arm to get better, I'll
So
listen to
they're giving you just a few to listen to on
just a
Valentine's
few.
Day.
Drip, drip.
So the next one is The Only Exception by Paramore. I feel like I've probably heard this song. I just don't know names.
Okay, this is so awful. I'm like, who's Paramore?
No, Paramore is unique. You're going to have to look them up. They're really good. They're really good.
I probably know their stuff.
I feel like you probably know their
like
stuff.
Super guilty of knowing like all the words to songs and not knowing who actually wrote it.
I'm
Yeah,
the same
like
way.
I'm so, and that's probably maybe generational because when we were growing up, like the radio just played.
It did. It did not tell us what the song was.
No, we didn't have that technology.
No.
And then if the DJ, if you missed the announcement,
that was the worst. Oh, I get so mad about that. Or like he wouldn't say all the songs that played in that last little segment.
Well, because it's a mouthful as well.
I know.
So like, and or the DJ was also annoying when you're trying to pirate your little.
We were trying to record
it on your cassette tape, and he keeps running his mouth, and the intro is the best part. And he's talking through the whole intro.
Oh,
and you're like,
the worst.
Because then you had to wait for another one where he didn't open his mouth. Like, this is what we suffered with.
This is what we dealt with, people.
You little ones listening, be so thankful Shazam was made.
Don't understand. I've never used that once.
What?
Not once.
I've like been in stores. This song is great. What is this?
Okay, to be fair,
what? You don't go to stores?
No, well, I don't go to a lot of stores. But to be fair, I worked in retail for 25 years, where music is constantly playing, so you end up just not hearing it anymore. Like you just tune out music, which is also because of Christmas when you work in retail, and literally they play the same CD on repeat for the entire holiday. You learn to tune things out.
I mean, I worked in restaurants.
So I just don't hear music whenever I'm in stores.
When Men at Work came on.
That's hilarious.
And I knew what time to shift.
This is our life.
I'd be like going back with the dishes. Like
oh my gosh.
Music has never annoyed me. Like even Christmas. Like
it didn't annoy me. I just never heard it.
I just never even tuned it out. Like I literally would always be like, there were songs where I was like, okay, so the hardest has nothing to do with this list right now.
That's okay.
See, I am feeling better. So the hardest thing for me was when I worked at Liberty in the package room, because this is the deep south. And when I got into Lynchburg, there was only like one non-country station.
That's funny.
And I did not enjoy country. Like I did not vibe with it. So like the guy that ran the post office where I worked, we had 20 hours a week of country music.
Oh my God, that's a lot. Sorry.
And I will say this, I actually tuned that out because I could not, like, it just wasn't like, I never, you would have thought that if I had a chance to learn country songs, that was it. And there's just, my brain said no. My brain said no.
Could not do it.
No.
Couldn't do it.
So then back then, we had like Discman. With the non-skip Discman, so you could run it.
Yeah.
And so but it was like the hand Discman that would sit on the back of your hand so you could run, and like the headset. So I'd have like and then we got the headset that wrapped under your hair, so you didn't have the. It
was like the best
headband,
ever.
under the but they went around the neck, and so I had it around the neck, and I would just put that on with my Discman and listen to my because I could not stand the country. There's nothing wrong with country music. Country lovers know. It's just my body says no.
It's just not our vibe.
Weird.
I know.
But we love Dolly.
We love Dolly. Love her always. Always. All right. So the only exception is a song for those who have felt a little jaded by love.
What? Wait, we're going through what? I'm
lost. So we're back to the only exception by Paramore, the song. So it's a song for those that have felt a little jaded by love.
So it wasn't a love song. It was kind of a
screw
you love.
So she sings about promising never to fall in love. However, once she does find love, she's singing an entirely different tune. So the only exception,
all in the same song?
reminds us that even if we're not looking for love, it often finds us.
That's usually when it does find you.
Yeah, it often finds
when you're like, I'm done with you.
I know,
it's
every
like,
time.
Knock, knock.
Every time I thought I was done, that's when it finds you. Without fail. So if you want someone, stop looking.
Just stop. Yeah. It's like rule number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so our last song is Close by Nick Jonas.
So I do know Nick Jonas.
Yeah.
I know that. But his song, wait. What was his song? Didn't Nick Jonas do that like Jealous?
I think so.
I think Jealous is the one I know. Okay, what's this called?
Close.
like
Like-
I'm wearing clothes, or
no,
clothes,
like you close a sale.
close the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he sings.
Close the door.
We just did real
Like
estate.
you make
it's fine.
money.
So he sings about being afraid to open up to someone and get close because nobody wants their heart broken.
No one does.
Ultimately, the song is about letting down those emotional walls to allow yourself to be loved.
Oh,
I was like, I kind of want to go listen to this song.
I
now.
want to listen to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that list when this
Yeah.
is done because my brain is like bogged. Yeah. So no, I like that.
Yeah, isn't that sweet?
Yeah, that's sweet. So it's interesting that the
Oh.
list wasn't just about love. Like it's actually we're
No.
dipping into other spaces.
And that was the whole thing. It's like it doesn't have to be one idea of love.
It
Like,
doesn't
it's
have to be
gonna-
the wedding song.
exactly.
Yeah,
So I mean, because I forgot, I've got another.
Oh,
I'm just gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. So these, I don't have anything about these, but these are just some of the greatest love songs
Ever?
So like we'll dip into these. We don't have to like talk about them, but
I
yeah,
will always love you.
fully. Can't help falling in love.
Oh, wise men say, yep. Yeah.
Endless Love.
Endless Love.
And Endless Love was actually like was like a #1 song for a long time. That actually made records. Like,
Who did Endless Love?
so that was Diana Ross and Lionel Richie.
Oh, yes.
So
My
good.
Endless Love. Yeah.
All of Me by John Legend. One of my favorite songs when you're talking about love.
Yeah.
Such a good song.
John Legend is a legend.
Yeah, he is a legend. At Last, Etta James.
That's the one
Yeah.
that's the one I always got asked to sing.
Oh, that's true. No,
Uh-huh.
it's such a good one. I Want to Know What Love Is. Foreigner.
Really?
Yeah. Oh.
I want to know what love is.
Yeah,
I feel
this
like
is
that's
taking
like
me
an
back.
80s, like
Totally.
rock
Oh,
ballad.
completely. You're My Inspiration by Chicago, which is one of my
Oh,
favorite
yeah,
bands
yeah.
ever. Love them. A Groovy Kind of Love by Phil Collins.
Aw.
Like, this list was taking me back. I was like, oh, these are such good songs. So My Heart Will Go On, Celine Dion.
Oh well,
I mean,
yeah.
come on.
Like all you
Titanic.
picture is Kate
Yep.
Winslet on a freaking.
I mean, then of
Leonardo
course, like
DiCaprio.
Whitney had so
Whitney
many.
was the queen of love songs.
She had so many love
The
songs,
queen.
which is great. I mean, obviously she sings ballads, so you're gonna have
You're
have
yeah,
that.
yeah.
So yeah, so there are just so many amazing songs. I mean, Valentine's Day, it's all about love, but love in
Doesn't have to
so
be a
many
sad
ways.
Day. It can be such a great
No, it can be
day.
such
Like,
a good day.
yeah, such a good
So yeah, so if you need to hear those again, Lavender Haze by Taylor
Taylor
Swift, Mirrors by Justin Timberlake, The Only Exception by Paramore, and Close by Nick Jonas.
And now that you know what they're about, that's even cooler. Like I
Right?
feel like sometimes, have you ever experienced it where you're listening to a song and you're like, what is the actual story behind that? Like,
Right? Well, yeah, and I mean, having heard you share about the songs
here
that
to
you've
say,
written,
yeah,
it's
any
like,
of
oh, I
them,
really want to
yeah.
know, like, what are these songs about? Like,
And it's funny how like the person that wrote it was in a space that was never duplicated, and the people
Right.
that hear it apply it to all these other spaces. Like you can't even imagine how many spaces they'll end up in. So
mm-mm.
it is
No,
so wild.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah,
So there we go. So Valentine's Day, Love in Any Way.
we love you.
It's going to be amazing.
We love you.
I do love you.
I love you.
I love you
I
too.
love you too.
You want to do a fun fact?
Fun Fact Friday.
Fun Fact Friday. So 1967 was regarded as
We were not alive.
We were not alive. We're not that old.
We're- Oh, but if you were alive, you're not that
No,
old
you're
either.
not that old either. You're fabulous.
You're amazing.
You're amazing. 1967 is regarded as the summer of love.
Okay, so we've heard this.
Yes. So,
But why?
but as far as the Billboard charts go, that title really belongs to 1964 because that year saw a record-setting 8 love songs top the Hot 100 list, in addition to 3 by the Beatles and 2 by the Supremes. Chart toppers in 64 included Chapel of Love,
Yeah.
A World Without Love, and Everybody Loves Somebody.
Oh my goodness. But wait, why was it 67?
Summer of 67, wasn't that,
I feel like there's a song called The Summer of
I
67.
feel like there is, but wasn't that, wasn't Woodstock?
Oh,
Wasn't
I
that
might
like
have the Love
Summer of Love?
Fest.
Because it was like the Love Fest.
The Love
so when
Fest.
everything was happening.
Ah.
Yeah. So
All you hippies.
right? But it was interesting because in my research they were talking about all the different times that the word love was used in songs that actually hit the top of the charts, and it wasn't as often as you would have expected.
No.
which I found very surprising. I kind of
I'd be curious to know what tends to top the charts.
Right. If there's like a word specifically, or if it's like,
genre,
yeah, like is an idea.
or is there not anything consistent?
Right. So, but love was not as high on the list as I thought it would have been. So I found that very interesting.
Love. That's
So,
fascinating.
yeah. So, you guys have a fabulous
Enjoy
Valentine's
your
Day.
Valentine's. Thanks for joining us. And if you're watching this on a non-Valentine's, enjoy your day.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.
Cheers.